Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about reading C position and G position. 5-finger positions in the pentascales we talked about, and kind of like we already know how the staff functions and the treble clef and the bass clef, but really when we're reading music, you kind of use that knowledge to find where your hands go, and then really what you're doing is reading the patterns and the shapes, which is why it's great to start with each hand in a 5-finger position. You only have 5 notes and 5 fingers. If your C is your lowest one, from there you can only go up, and from G, you can only go down. So it's important to realize that in basically, let's look at the treble clef or the right hand, that the C, the E, and the G are all line notes. G is on the second line, E is on the first line, and C is on the ledger line below the staff there. And the D and the F are in the spaces. So you have 3 line notes and 2 spaces. And in the bass clef, or the left hand, it's the opposite. You have 3 spaces. C, E, and G are in a space, and D and F are on the lines. And every time you're stepping up, it's going by space, line, or line, space. So if you look over here, and you're reading this line, you know you're starting, well, you know you're in C position. You know that's note's a C, it's your first note. If you don't know that's a C, you can see here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes going from low to high. So logically, that's our C position, C being the lowest, G being the highest. It's the same pattern here, C to G. So when you read this, you're not thinking C, D, E, F, G. You can, but it's really not the way to think it. You really want to be thinking the sound, which that right there, starting on C to G, sounds like this. C, D, E, F, G. You're just going up from low to high, low to high. Okay, so that's what we're thinking is the sound and the shape. So from here you go, you step up, stepping being every note, one to the next in the scale, step up to G, and down, and up, and down. So this line, it's very simple. C, up high to G, down low to C, back to G, back to C. The whole line sounds like this. And I'll even move this out of the way. You can see my hand now. Okay, there you have it. I'm not playing these dots or these lines necessarily. I'm just playing the notes for now. That's all we care about. Okay, so if we flip the page, let's go a few on. Let's just look at something different here. Let's look at Ode to Joy. Okay, so Ode to Joy, we know every song in this chapter is in C position. So you know where your hands go. Once you're there, they give you the 3rd finger. And that's on this note. Your 3rd finger, when in C position, let's look here. C position, 3rd finger is on E. And if you look here, it just so happens that that note is an E. And the way you read this is you start on the E and you simply follow the pattern. It's E, it's the same note, E again, and then we go up 2 notes. We're at the G. Play it twice, and we just go down, 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 the same note again, up, up, same note again, down, same note. So I'll try my best to point while I play. It's gonna be kind of hard, but see if I can do it. So I'm starting on the E. Here we go. Up, twice, I go down to C, twice, up, up, same note, and down. That's that line. Okay, so that's the treble clef. The bass clef, the left hand, in the first bar, first measure here, there's nothing. You play these 2 together. This is the grand staff. Okay, we got the 2 staffs, treble, bass clef, put together. You read them left to right, and they happen simultaneously. So as you're going left to right, the right hand's playing E, E, F, G, G, And on that G, the left hand comes in at the same exact time with its third finger also on E. Although up here you're on G, you're on E down here. The left hand's different, it's playing a harmony. So from that E, we simply step down. And right here, it's kind of a big interval, but we know C, E, and G are spaces. That's a line, it has to be either D or F. And since it's far away from that C, we can say, okay, that's our F. Or you just figure out it's F, or you look at the 2, which is the finger, 5 to 2. Okay, so from the E, step down, up to the F, step down, same note, step up, and across. So this is not going to sound like the song that you know, it's a harmony, but I'll play it starting on this E. Down, up to F, down, repeat, up. Okay, so I'll put those together, but I can't point because I need both hands. We'll get the music out of the way. That one line looks and sounds like this. Start on the E. Right here, both hands come in harmony. And there you have it. That's one line of the song. That's how you figure it out. That's how you read the music. You're not necessarily thinking the names of the notes. You're thinking the patterns and the shapes. And that goes for every song in this chapter. You put your hands in C position, okay? Let's go on to G position. Okay, so once you're in G position, it's the same idea as C position. So they have 3 here, doesn't matter. It could be low G position, middle G position, or high. They're all G positions. Once you have your hand in a G position, you just read from there. The majority of these, well, I don't know. I think the majority of them are going to be, right hand's always going to be in treble G position, above middle C. And the left hand will typically be in the middle middle G position, and maybe the bass G. Okay, so let's look over here. So G position, our thumb, that's our G. You can figure out that that note's G by your knowledge of reading the staff, or you know you're in G position, your thumb's on G. And from there, we step up, and we step down, and we step up, and down, and up, and down. It's only going up 3 notes. 1, 2, 3, and back down. And up 3, and down, and up. It's just stepping up and down. On this line, we're on the G again. They give us the thumb, and we step all the way up, all 5 notes, which takes us from the G, A, B, C, D. All the way back to G, all the way back to D, and all the way back to G. There's some rhythm in here we haven't talked about yet. We're not going to worry about it. Just listen to the sound for now and get the rhythm that way. All right, so starting on G with my thumb, sounds like this. Stepping up and down. Up, down. Okay. Get to the second line over here. Same thing. On the G, I go up and down. Up, down, up, down, and hold. Okay, when we get over here, check this out. We have 3 lines. The lines are every other note. That's the G, the B, and the D. G, B, and D. It's every other note. They're called skips. So here, we're skipping up. Again, down here, we're skipping up. And here, one more time, we're skipping up before we step down. So this sounds like, skips sound like this. And again over here, and here we skip up before we step down. And so the skips look and sound like this, and the steps sound like this. Okay, so every song in this chapter and the other chapter, so C position first one, G position for this one, any song you start, you simply put your hands in that position and away you go. Plus you have all the videos to listen to, the songs, and learn them that way as well. All right, good luck.